We have continued our engagement and conversations with countries in West Asia. जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, कल हमारे प्रधानमंत्री की ईरान के राष्ट्रपति माननीय डॉक्टर मसूद पेज़ेश्कियान से बात हुई। प्रधानमंत्री ने अपनी बातचीत के दौरान हमारी जो प्राथमिकता है भारतीय नागरिकों को लेकर, उनकी सुरक्षा को लेकर, उनके हित को लेकर, इसके बारे में उजागर किया। साथ ही साथ उन्होंने जो महत्व है ऊर्जा और सामग्री के पारगमन का, इसके बारे में भी उन्होंने उल्लेख किया। प्रधानमंत्री ने गहरी चिंता जताई जो वहाँ पर उस क्षेत्र में जो सुरक्षा की स्थिति बनी हुई है उस पर, और साथ ही साथ जो हम लोगों की पोजीशन, जो हमारा पक्ष है भारत का, कि डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी यानी कि संवाद और राजनीति का रास्ता लेकर लोग आगे बढ़ें, ताकि इस मसले को, जो मसला है वहाँ पर जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, उसको ख़त्म किया जाए जल्द से जल्द। कल विदेश मंत्री की, ईरान के विदेश मंत्री श्रीमान सैयद अब्बास अरागची जी से बात हुई और दोनों विदेश मंत्रियों के बीच में द्विपक्षीय वार्ताओं मुद्दों पर और साथ ही साथ ब्रिक्स के मुद्दों पर बातचीत हुई। We at the Ministry of External Affairs, I had told you that we have established a MEA control room which is functioning at speed. This was established on 4th of March and till date we have received 900 phone calls and 200 emails. We've also observed that the number of queries, emails, telephone calls and emails have progressively come down, which means that people are less concerned about their families in the Gulf region. Obviously, because several of them, the transit passengers, stranded people, they have come back to India. As and when we receive queries in the control room, we do real-time hand-holding for people here. We patch them up with our mission and see to it that both sides have started talking so that the issue at hand can be resolved. Over and above, I would like to add that from Iran, we have had in the last few days, including today, 170 Indian nationals have crossed through the land border into Armenia. Several of them have come back to India, and others would be coming back to India over the next few days, taking commercial flight options that are available from Armenia to India. So that is what I have to report.
हमारे साथ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स से ही एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी गल्फ श्री असीम महाजन जी हैं। मैं उनसे अनुरोध करूंगा कि वे गल्फ रीजन से संबंधित कुछ जानकारी हमसे दें।
Good afternoon. The Ministry of External Affairs continues to closely monitor the evolving situation in West Asia and the Gulf region. जैसे कि मैंने कल भी कहा था कि मैं दोहराना चाहूँगा कि पश्चिम एशिया और खाड़ी के क्षेत्र में रहने वाले और कार्य करने वाले लगभग 1 करोड़ भारतीय नागरिकों की सलामती, सुरक्षा और हिफाजत हमारे लिए सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता है और हमारे मिशन भी नियमित रूप से जारी की जा रही है। एडवाइजरों में अन्य बातों के साथ साथ भारतीय नागरिकों के लिए और सहायता हेल्पलाइंस के बारे में, उड़ानों की उपलब्धता, हम उनकी कॉन्सुलर सर्विसेज और मिशनों और कौंसलों द्वारा स्थापित बाकी समन्वय तंत्र की जानकारी भी दी जा रही है। विदेश मंत्रालय ने एक विशेष नियंत्रण कक्ष स्थापित किया है, जैसे कि अभी बताया गया है, और सभी आवश्यकता जानकारी यहाँ से भी प्रदान की जा रही है। हम राज्य सरकारों के साथ भी लगातार संपर्क बनाए हुए हैं, यूनियन टेरिटरीज के साथ भी हमारा संपर्क लगातार, सबके साथ हमने मैकेनिज्म सेटअप किया है जिसमें हम लगातार उनको हेल्पलाइंस पे, बाकी उनसे इंफॉर्मेशन शेयरिंग के लिए संपर्क बनाए हुए हैं। हमारे जो इस दूतावास और उन्होंने भी केंद्र समस्त क्षेत्र में भारतीय समुदाय को जानकारी प्रदान करने और सहायता प्रदान करने के लिए 24 घंटे काम करने वाली हेल्पलाइंस और वो भी स्थापित करी गई हैं। Mission and ports are also maintaining regular contact with a large number of resident community organizations which are spread across the region to disseminate information on a real-time basis. Let me update you on the latest flight and airspace situation in the region. Since February 28th, around 150,000 Indian nationals have returned to India. In UAE, regular non-scheduled commercial operations are operating from various airports and availability of flights have improved. Flights are available for travel. From Qatar in the last few days, about 2,900 Indians have returned to India on Qatar Airways flights. Some have come via Saudi Arabia also. And 1 or 2 flights are expected of Qatar Airways daily to come to India in the next few days. In Saudi Arabia, the airspace continues to remain open from Riyadh. Yesterday, Air India Express and Indigo have started flight operations, and regular flights are also available from Jeddah, Medina, and Dammam. In Bahrain, Gulf Air has started operations from Dammam in Saudi Arabia, and flights are coming to Delhi, Mumbai, and Kochi. So far, more than 1,000 Indian nationals have used these flights to return to India. And in Kuwait, since the airspace is shut, the Kuwait-based Jazeera Airways is operating from AQI Airport of Saudi Arabia, and it is also expected that they will start flights to India soon from this airport. In Iraq, the airspace is closed, but we are facilitating travel of Indians from Saudi Arabia. I wish to share with all of you an incident which has happened in Sohar city in Muscat today. There was an attack, and in this incident, 2 Indian nationals have died. We express our deepest condolences to their families. Of the 11 injured, 10 are Indians. Out of them, 5 have been discharged after receiving treatment, and 5 others are receiving treatment in local hospitals. None of them are reported to have serious injuries. Our mission is in close touch with the concerned company and local authorities and is rendering all assistance. Finally, an update on Safe Sea Vishnu, which came under attack on the 9th of March 11 near Basra in Iraq. The 15 crew members have been safely evacuated and are currently lodged in a hotel in Basra. Efforts are also underway to transport the mortal remains of the deceased Indian national and for safe repatriation of the 15 rescued seafarers. Our mission team is in Basra and is rendering all assistance. Thank you.
धन्यवाद। हमारे साथ सूचना और प्रसारण मंत्रालय से संयुक्त सचिव सेंथिल राजन जी हैं। सेंथिल राजन, आप मीडिया और उससे रिलेटेड कुछ पब्लिक इंफॉर्मेशन के इश्यूज पे ब्रीफ करें।
धन्यवाद सर। Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to say that as per the media reports, there's a lot of information coming in that state governments have started acting against panic orders and black marketing. A lot of reports have come in, and channels are also showing it. But as Madam had mentioned, I think we appeal to the public to book their LPG cylinders on the official websites and through IVRS calls, SMS booking, WhatsApp booking, and mobile applications of the oil marketing companies. So these all online tools are available for them to book, and they can book their cylinders as per their convenience. And apart from that, it is also requested that they should also be very careful. There are reports coming in that there are digital scammers who are attempting to use this occasion and trying to putting out fake, misleading advertisements on the digital media. So we ask all citizens to be aware of such digital scammers and only go to the official websites of the oil marketing companies for booking their cylinders. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now we will take the questions. So 142.
Sapna here from CNBC TV 18. We just want to ask the MEA basically that if some detail or some more granularity can be given to the conversation that the Prime Minister Modi had with his Iranian counterpart, because there have been reports coming that our Prime Minister sought safe passage from Iran president, which has been shot down. If you could clarify. Thank you.
So 2 things here. One, of course, that we have, or the PIB has given a detailed readout of the discussion that happened between our Prime Minister and the President of Iran. As also, I would urge you to look at our MEA fact check and PIB fact check to get more updates on what are the developments.
4 number left front में.
Hi, I'm Rajesh Roy from Bloomberg News. One question to the MEA. As Mr. Rajesh Sinha ji said, one oil tanker of India has moved. Does it indicate some sort of an arrangement we have got on safe passage? Number one. Number two, the question is to Ms. Sujata Sharma ji. Possible to get some figure on how much India has managed to buy Russian oil ever since it got exemption from the US? And now that the window has been extended to the rest of the world, what is the quantity that we are looking at? Because China is buying very aggressively.
The first part, let me reply on the first part. Second part, नहीं, ये जो आपको मैंने बताया जो ऑयल टैंकर जग प्रकाश है, ये हॉर्मुज के ईस्ट में था, so it doesn't have to cross the Hormuz to go. It is actually lying on the east. और ये इंडिया नहीं आ रहा है, ये अफ्रीकन किसी कंट्री में is carrying gasoline वगैरह कुछ एयर गैस वगैरह लेके जा रहा है. It is going to Africa. They are going there, but Indian flag vessel.
Regarding your question, I don't have the figures right now. I will come back to you.
Rajesh, to your question, I had dealt with it yesterday in a press briefing, so I would refer you to refer to my remarks that I made there.
Right side 104.
Thank you for letting me ask a question. I'm Suresh from Economic Times. Sir, my question is regarding stranded containers in India. Do we have an estimate of how many containers are currently stranded at the ports that were supposed to be bound for the Middle East? And second question is, there are some concerns raised by exporters that despite the advisories issued by DG Shipping, the prices that the shipping lines are charging are much higher than before. So is there any action that can be expected?
These numbers I currently do not have in my hand, but we can share it with you. Secondly, about the advisories जो जारी हुई है, DG Shipping ने advisory जारी की है. The point which you raised about the prices being charged, DG Shipping has issued an advisory a few days ago on this.
Center 789.
मैं अखिलेश सुमनोर डीडी न्यूज से। कल ईरान के उप विदेश मंत्री ने एक बयान दिया था कि जो देश युद्ध में शामिल नहीं है उन देशों को हम जाने की इजाज़त देंगे। कल रात में जब विदेश मंत्री एस जयशंकर की बात हुई ईरान के विदेश मंत्री से, तो क्या इस बात पे कोई डिस्कशन हुआ? क्या उन्होंने कोई आश्वासन दिया कि हमारी जहाज़ों पे वे हमला नहीं करेंगे और हमें जाने देंगे क्योंकि हम तो युद्ध में है नहीं?
जैसा कि मैंने बताया आपको, हमारे विदेश मंत्री की उनके विदेश मंत्री ईरान के विदेश मंत्री से कल रात बात हुई थी और उसके बारे में दोनों देशों के बीच में, दोनों नेताओं के बीच में, दोनों विदेश मंत्री के बीच में द्विपक्षीय वार्ताओं पर बातचीत हुई और साथ ही साथ ब्रिक्स के मुद्दे पर भी बातचीत हुई।
22
दोनों विदेश मंत्री के बीच में द्विपक्षीय वार्ताओं पर बातचीत हुई और साथ ही साथ ब्रिक्स के मुद्दे पर भी बातचीत हुई।
22
Sir, I am Deepak from Times of India. I have two questions. One for Mr. Sinha. Today there was a tweet by Kandla Port saying that they are getting ready to accommodate almost like 48 ships in next 72 hours. And I know that Shipping Secretary has already directed to all ports, major ports, to be ready for ships that's coming back. So any status on how many ships are coming back to the major ports? And one thing to ma'am, from the Petroleum Ministry, I think this LNG supply to fertilizer plants have been cut down by 30%. So is there any report with you how many plants are under maintenance or they have stopped production?
So you have yourself answered the questions. It's a good number which is coming to ports. Ports are vessels as per their capacity. Spaces are also available for in the yards for cargo, even for the return cargo, which is also I stated in my statement. And even the export cargo or the import cargo as transshipment cargo, there is an advisory issued to all the ports. So they are ready for receiving as many vessels as per their capacity.